Hello, Business 330 Business Finance students. This is Professor Hassey. This is our Business Finance online course for this summer session at the University of Laverne. And again, my name is Rick Hassey. I'm your instructor, and I'm speaking live and in color from my office in beautiful Claremont, California. This is an online class, meaning you don't have to go to a classroom. You don't have to go to a Zoom session. All you have to do is keep up with the work and the information asynchronously, meaning online. You don't have to report to me or anything like that. I have student hours which you can come and ask me questions, but this is strictly an online class. And it's going to follow the procedure of what I'm setting tonight in our week 1 introduction video. We have an agenda every week. We have a video every Monday and every Friday. And we have not in some weeks, especially this, including this week, some work to do, some assessed work. And I'll show you how all this works in our introduction video tonight. Today is Monday, June 6th, the beginning of our summer session. Now I've taken a look at Blackboard, and some of us have yet to come to Blackboard and take a look at the class. So I hope you do that promptly this week. And if you have any questions, you can post to the discussion forum in Blackboard. If you have any issues, we have student hours on Tuesday afternoons and Thursday evenings. You can come on via Zoom and ask me any questions. But again, the responsibility is on you to stay up with the course and the information provided. So today's session will be involving just going over the basics of the infrastructure of our course, talking about our first week task, getting you up to speed on our Blackboard site. And if you follow everything accordingly how I show it, you should not have any problem because all the information is provided to you. So welcome. I look forward to working with you all, and let's begin. First task you should do this week is take a look and review the course syllabus. It gives all the information, all the data you need to successfully complete this course. So take a few minutes, download it. I've already sent it to you in an email. Download it in Blackboard. Make sure you spend some time before you do anything else and looking at the syllabus. It can answer a lot of your questions and provide you sources of where to go for information. Okay. This is an undergraduate business finance course worth 4 credits over 8 weeks. Our class begins today, June 6th, and it ends with work being posted on Sunday, July 31st. This is an online class, as I've indicated, allows you to learn on your own schedule within a certain time frame. And what that means is the course is broken down into 8 weeks. Every week you should go through and understand the material for each week. We have student hours. If you get confused or need help, I'm available at this link on Zoom every Tuesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon. There's my cell number. You can text me if you have any questions. There's my email address. And the rest of the syllabus describes our course, its requirements, our textbook, which is the 11th edition, a 10th edition of the Fundamentals of Corporate Finance. Your needs to have a financial calculator, but more importantly, access to a computer, a laptop, a desktop, where you'll be doing spreadsheets using Excel or Apple Numbers, where you'll be using Word, PowerPoint, Pages if you have an Apple computer. If you do have an Apple computer, make sure you have access in that computer to save your files in the Excel or Word doc format. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can, as a student of University of Laverne, get for free the Microsoft Office software. So you can download that into your Mac and convert your Mac files to the Word or Excel files that I'll be looking at to grade. We'll be using the website Yahoo Finance, and you'll be using that this week. Here's what we'll be learning. Here's our assessment. We will be having 4 assignments. We will be having the Blackboard discussion of this first week, and we'll be having a final examination. No midterm, just a final, but the assignments will keep you busy. Expectations, the definition of our homework, and there's no graded homework. We will be going over problems every week, but those are not to be turned in. Your assignments are the main vehicles for grading. If you're going to be late or you need to post something late, be sure you just clear it with me. If I go on a Monday and looking for an assignment or some work that was to be due on Sunday and I don't see it, and I don't have prior notification for you that you will be late, and there's nothing wrong with that, I will give you a 0. Just make sure you will let me know, Professor Hassey, I need some more time. I've got some issues. You don't even have to give me the reason. Just let me know you'll be late or want an extension. We will be having 2 videos every week for the 8 weeks. A video will be posted every Monday. I'm a little late this week, so I apologize. And will be posted every Friday. They will go over the material of the week, any information related to the assignments or work. These videos will be posted, and they're for your benefit of getting the most out of the course. They will be posted to Blackboard, and we also have a YouTube site for this class where you can also go to that site and watch the videos associated with this class. Your responsibilities, my responsibilities, in an online environment, academic honesty is very important. Make sure you do your own work. The University of La Verne vision, mission, areas to get help if you need it. Academic Success Center is used quite a bit by students if they have any problems with the material and they don't want to come to me. You can go to there. All kinds of services available to you. Even though this is online, you as a student have access to all these services. Make sure you're aware of them. Here's the key dates of our class. And excuse me, that should say summer session. I apologize. These are the key dates of things that are due during the course and their weight of our grade. Notice we have a Blackboard assignment this week. Then we have assignment 1 in 2 weeks, 2, assignment 3, 4, and our final examination. Each assignment will be in a different format. One assignment will be in Word. One assignment will be a spreadsheet. Another assignment will be a PowerPoint. All different formats of which we will use throughout this class. And don't freak out if you don't, geez, Mr. Hassey, I'm not very good with Excel or PowerPoint. That's okay. The format is very simple. In many cases, I will give you a template. No need to freak out. And also, you can just come to me and I will help you. Excuse me, this should say summer session. I apologize. All our work will be done on July 31st, and then I will post your course grades after you do our course evaluation on Wednesday, August 3rd. So that's the plan. And here's the details of that schedule, and I want you to look over this. Some of this work is online as far as working, doing online and research and looking at my videos. Other is actual work done by you online, mainly the graded assignments, which are in yellow on this calendar. So please, this week, read through this. If you have any questions, please let me know. Here's our Blackboard site. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. It's the old school Blackboard. It's not this new type of Blackboard that a lot of professors are using. I think that is worthless, so I don't use it. I use the old school format of Blackboard. I hope you all agree. It's a way of me keeping this course simple and easy to access. That's the key. Make it easy for you to find information you need to do. So again, the Blackboard is set up with various file folders here in the left-hand column, and I'll go through those. Whenever I send you an email or an announcement, it's listed right up here in case you miss it. As the grades are posted in our class, your cumulative average will always be in the report card section where you always will know what your grade is at any week in this class, and various other information that if any of you are familiar with Blackboard, you're already familiar with, but links to our library, help desk, all different types of resources. When I send you an announcement, you'll get an email, but also will be posted to this section, course announcements. As you can see, here's the email I sent you last Sunday introducing the course. And these were announcements will be. The next section is information you need for the course. Here's our summer schedule. You click on that and bingo, right off the bat, you can see our schedule for this class. Here's our hard copies that you can download of our course syllabus, both in a Word and a PDF format. Again, Professor Hassey did a goof on this. That should say summer session. Here's the schedule I just gave you. Here's some faculty information about yours truly. There's the link to our student office hours. It's also included in our syllabus. There's where I'm available. But if you need to, those times don't match with you, you can see me any time of the day. Just give me some notice. Also in week 2, I'll be sending you all some information to set up some individual meeting schedules, just so you and I can spend a couple minutes together individually to make sure everything is going well with this course. But stay tuned for that. And then an ugly mugshot of yours truly and some information about yours truly. Course information. Whenever you get lost, come back to these file folders. Whenever I post a video, it'll always be, the link will also be in this section, Zoom and YouTube links. There's only one thing in there now, and that's our link to our Zoom sessions for the student hours. But this will build over time. This video I'm doing here will be located in week number 1, but also the link will be located here as well. Here's the student discussion forum, where you can post questions and concerns. But this week we especially have some work to do. For you to show me your Blackboard skills, I need you to create a file in this discussion post to tell me 2 things. A little biography about yourself. Explain to me a little bit about yourself that you want to tell us and that you want to share with the whole class. And then part 2 is you're to develop a portfolio of keeping track of some stocks and using a spreadsheet. And I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So what you'll do is you post to this session, create a thread, and then you will answer, putting the subject matter in and answering creating the bio of yourself, or also posting and attaching your spreadsheet, your portfolio. So I'll talk a little bit more about that, but that's something that tells me about your ability to use Blackboard right off the bat. And if you need any help, I can help you. So that's the assignment for this week. This is 10% of your course grade right off the bat, just to do these 2 basic skills this first week. Tells me a little bit about your abilities coming into this course. And then we get into the weeks. As you can see, weeks 1 through 8. Click on week 1. You'll see every week our learning assignments, what you need to be responsible for this week. Our lecture video, which is, I'm running a little late tonight, but I post. We're reading chapters 1 and 2. There's some review problems. They are not for grades, just simple review, and I will review these in my lecture videos. But our graded post this week is that student discussion forum, which is due Sunday, June 12th at midnight. Post by then. And then you can click on this folder for week 1, and there's our agenda that you saw at the opening of this video. There's our learning assignments again. Here are some class notes. This is the PowerPoint of our first week of study. I will be going over this PowerPoint in my Friday video. Here's our portfolio that I will talk about in just a few minutes. And now we're going to share a little video that's in our YouTube playlist explaining what is finance. And before we get to that, here's an introduction to the course. Every week, I will have a finance fact explaining some key things about finance. This week's is the S&P 500. Please take a look and read these. These are things you'll be studying and learning in this class. Then we get into our week introduction and previews. We also have some lecture notes, PowerPoints of each chapter, some key points to take out of these chapters that I'll highlight in my lecture video on Friday. So every week we will have a plan. Week 2, week 3, and now some of these weeks have yet to be upgraded, so I apologize for this, but every week these will all be prepared in advance to give you the information for our course. So stay tuned for all that. So that's our Blackboard site. It's information relative to this class and what you need to be successful in studying finance. Now, your graded work this week is to put together 2 things, as I just mentioned in your discussion forum. Number 1, a little bio about yourself. Just explain to the class and to me a little bit about yourself. You can be as specific as possible or as vague as possible. Don't worry about that, just so we can get to know you. And the second part is to put together a portfolio. Now, probably the expertise of our class is wide ranging. Some of you might have some experience with stocks and investing, maybe through Robinhood or through your own retirement funds. Others probably maybe don't even have a clue what's going on. That's okay. Doesn't make any difference. What I want you to do is this is a way of learning about the financial markets. The stock market is where investors invest in companies for the companies to grow and prosper with that capital, and at the same time for the investors to grow and prosper. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but that's the nature of it. So what I want you to do is put together a spreadsheet. Now, I have provided a PDF format of that spreadsheet, but I want you to go ahead and create the spreadsheet on your own. Part of the assessment is for me to see your ability to create this spreadsheet. And I want you to pick up to 5 stocks. Now, notice in my portfolio for this semester, it's 4 stocks. You can pick 1 stock, 2 stocks, but all these stocks have to be publicly traded at the 3 stock exchanges of America. Well, not the 3 listings of stock exchanges in America, the Dow, the New York Stock Exchange, and the NASDAQ exchange. All your company stocks need to be traded in one of those 3 areas. And then you have $100,000 to invest. So naturally, I picked 4 stocks, so I put $25,000 into each stock. And then what I did is then I looked up, or will look up, on Friday, June 10th at the close of the market. Now, the stock market in California, it's in New York, closes at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It opens up at 6:30 in the morning, our time, 9:30 in New York, and closes at 4 o'clock in New York, 1 o'clock in the Pacific area. At the close of that market on Friday, now you can do this on Saturday, you can do it on Sunday, you get the final stock price of your company. You can use Yahoo Finance or any other vehicle that you see fit and find that closing stock price. And then once you have that stock price, I want you to divide that stock price into the investment that all comes out to 100,000 and get the amount of shares that you're purchasing and round that number to a whole number. So notice in this cell here, you don't see it because this is a PDF and I want to see you do that formula. I want you to take $25,000 and divide it by the stock price to get the number of shares of stock you're purchasing. Now, in the real world, you would just say, oh, broker, Mr. Broker, I want to invest $25,000 in Apple Computer, and you'll probably buy $24,500 of Apple Computer. Another $500 will go to the broker. Probably even more than that. But here we don't have to work about, this is a learning exercise. We don't have to worry about brokers. You take the 25,000, you take your stock price, you divide it into that, and you get the number of shares you're purchasing. And that's what this should look like after our first week, June 10th, the stock prices that the companies that you select. And at the same time, I want you to go to look up the index values of these three index at the close of business on Friday, June 10th. The Dow Jones Industrial Index, the S&P 500 Index, and the NASDAQ Index. These indexes are all listed in Yahoo Finance or through a variety of different resources. And the definition of these index are in our Blackboard. S&P 500 is in week 1, Dow is in week 2, NASDAQ is in week 3. Whenever you hear the expression, hey, have you beat the market? That means did your portfolio outperform these 3 indexes? And we're going to track these along with our portfolio numbers throughout the class. Now, you don't have to do this every week. You're probably only going to do it maybe 2 or 3 times during the course. But it's most important to set this up properly this first week in a spreadsheet, and then you upload your spreadsheet, attach it to the discussion forum. I will download it and review it. So don't put the spreadsheet in a PDF format. Leave it in a spreadsheet because I want to see your formulas in these cells, how you calculated these numbers to see if you know how to do that. Again, if you need help, let me know. So that's one of the big tasks of this week. Now, we'll be tracking this throughout our course, and then after our final examination, we'll do a final value of the portfolio. And the student that has the most capital gain, the student hopefully that does the best in terms of return on investment, they will become the Wolf of Wall Street, and they will receive a special package of gifts from Professor Hasse as a reward for being the top investor of our Business 330 class this summer, the Wolf of Wall Street. Quite an honor. So it's be kind of fun to do this, but also at the same time, throughout our course, we'll be learning about the markets through this portfolio. Again, 1 to 5 stocks, and they must total 100,000. So you set the value of your investment, then you take the price on June 10th and divide it into that investment to determine the number of shares. Okay, so now let's watch a little video that's from our YouTube playlist for this class, and I will give you the link in Blackboard after this session today. It's called "What is Finance?" So let's talk about it, and let's determine and understand what is finance. Okay, that video got a little bit obnoxious after a while with all that writing, but it gave the basic definitions of finance, which you'll be reading about and we'll be looking at this week and is in your Blackboard. Again, one last time, all our work is in each week. This is week 1. There is a listing of your to-do list for this week. Click on the file folder. There's our agenda. There's some in-class notes. This is a PowerPoint that I'll be reviewing in our Friday video. Here's another sample of our portfolio that I just gave you. There's a video, and then an introduction to the week and our finance fact for this week, the S&P 500, and some review material of the chapters talking about the key points of our first 2 chapters of our text. So please take the time to get familiar with Blackboard this week, understand how the course is set up. If you have any questions or concerns, you know where to find me. I'm looking forward to working with you all this semester, or this session, I should say, and look for my video on Friday highlighting the rest of the week. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you again later on. Have a great week. Adios.